Continue to stay on your grind. Continue to move in silence. Continue to keep snakes out of your business. Be aware of trick questions, fake friendly, hidden motives, sneakiness, subtleness of serpents, these subtleness of serpents. Be discerning. Know when someone is jealous of you. Know when someone is envious of you. It is not about materialism. It is about you. You are not metal. You are not iron. You are not leather. You are not fabric. You are not rubber. You are not digital. You are a human being. And there's something out there that envies you. Not only in the spiritual realm, but something walking around in flesh. There's something out there that wants to be you. They want to be you. They want to look like you. They want to have your pull. They want to have your glow. They want to have your shine. They want to have your destiny. They want everything about you. That's why they grin in your face and they call themselves backbiting you. But you can't really backbite somebody that doesn't turn their back. So for those of you, if you're concerned about somebody backbiting you, don't turn it. If you're concerned about somebody talking about you behind your back, don't allow them to be fake friendly in your face. And the way that you don't allow, but although you can't control how people are and how they present themselves to you, you don't have to stand there and entertain a serpent. You do what you have to do you, and then you move on. You don't have to stand there and plant roots with a serpent. Because if a serpent is in your face, they're just standing in your face trying to get into your business in subtle ways. They're nitpicking this, that, and the third. So they may ask you this, may ask you that. That's just so they can go behind the scenes with other snakes that don't like you and try to put it together and try to nitpick your life and figure out what's going on in your life. When if you're like me, they'll never know. Be mindful in these last days because people are just filthy. And they're extremely jealous. And an extremely jealous person will go to any lengths to try to take you down. Although it's not possible because no weapon that is formed against you shall prosper. Father said that. And let God be true, but every man a liar. But in the meantime, still be obedient and still be sober and be vigilant. Because your adversary, the devil, is as a roaring lion. And he does walk to and fro seeking whom he may devour. And although he cannot devour you, because no man shall pluck you out of the hands of Jesus. And even if you're not a believer, you're still not going to be devoured because God still has your back. You just don't have a relationship with him. And it doesn't mean that he's not seeking you. It just means that you have not allowed him to find you yet, so to speak. Even though he doesn't have to find you. But you guys catch my drift. But what I'm seeing in a lot of individuals is a lot of jealousy. I'm seeing a lot of jealousy. I'm seeing a lot of people that, they sit around or stand around or whatever they do and run their mouths about people that they don't even know because they want to paint a false narrative about you because they don't like you. Don't concern yourselves about those types of people. Be flattered that they want to be you. There's also a lot of envy out there if there's somebody out there, if there's somebody that they want and they feel like that person is distributing too much attention towards you. They'll target you as it pertains to that as well. May I add somebody that they secretly want and that they think nobody else knows. But somebody knows. Be mindful of people like that. Friend is Jesus. And before you make a friend, you need to consult the Holy Spirit and ask him, is this person okay to be permitted into your circle? Because there are people that will try to force their way into your circle. A lot of them don't even know you haven't even made your way up the steps. Talking about a circle, please. They haven't even made their way up the steps towards you. Although they think just because they stand in your face they have. No. Keep them at bay. Keep them outside of your circle, outside of your business. And if it is not a possibility to keep them out of your face, feed them with a long handle spoon. That you can do. People that are not on your level should not, you should not even attempt to indulge in a conversation with. And if you find yourselves being drawn into a conversation, cut it as quickly as possible. Snakes are going to be around you, and you will have to interact with snakes until you leave this earth realm. But it's not so much you have to interact with snakes that don't let that disturb you. Just be mindful that when you do interact with them, that you are on top of your game. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. And trust no one unless you're spirit led. If God does not okay that person, consider them a reject. If you are someone that has that it factor, you must know that there is something out there that does not. And you are a threat to someone like that. So be mindful if they're in your face. Be mindful who's standing there. A serpent approached Eve in the garden. Be on top of your game. She was not, and neither was Adam. But what about you? What many of you have, money cannot buy. And that is what your enemy will envy. While they are so focused on material things, you perhaps are the type of individual, you're more focused on the spiritual things, things that do matter, things that are of God. Even if you are not a believer, if you are not a follower of Jesus Christ, perhaps there's somebody out there that is still jealous of you. I'm sure there is. Why? Because of your potential, for one thing. Probably among many others. Most of the time when people are jealous of you and they envy you, it's not just for one thing. It's for many things. It's for who you are and your very substance and the very substance of your being. A lot of times people can be jealous of your kind heart because they know they are a snake. True facts. A snake that cares about nobody. True facts. The way that you learn who somebody's character really is, watch and observe how they talk about other people. And then when you turn around, they're in that person's face acting like they're a bosom buddy. They're not. I can almost guarantee you that in a lot of cases, and maybe perhaps not all, the main one that is trying to get buddy with you, that's the main one that tried to take you down behind your back. And perhaps you know or you don't know. But if you didn't know, now you know. A snake wants to get close to you to conceal his or her identity. So be very discerning. If your spirit does not agree with somebody, you better trust it. I'm hearing always go with gut. Always trust your intuition. It doesn't lead you wrong. Because your intuition is picking up on energy, not performance. If someone has felt the need to slander you behind your back, it is because they're jealous of you. It is because they're envious of you. It's because they can't compete where they absolutely do not compare. It is because they can't be you. It is because they're not that it chick. They're not that it dude, and they never will be, and they never have been. And you are. It is because you represent everything that they are not. Because If you're like me, you're every woman. And for you fellas, if you've got it going on, you're every man. In my conclusion of this message, I must say, be true to self. If nothing else, be true to God first, and true to self second, and then true to others. Energy does not lie. Neither does a true believer. And if a child of God has warned you about somebody, you better take heed. Because we have discerning spirits. A snake will always try to discredit a child of God. Always try to discredit a child of God. But who was lying in the garden? Who was lying in the garden? The serpent. Satan. His minions are no different. The devil is a liar and the father of it. You better listen to how people talk about other people. When you're not around, exchange their name out for your own.